All right. Hopefully things are vibing. Trying to see and make sure everything is working okay. Yeah, so basically today, welcome. If you don't know me, I am Shayla Hamity, and I produce my music, I mix and I master my music. Let me make sure my audio is working. Looks like it's working. Um, so yeah, I do all of the above, and I do my best. Let me just share. There's a couple of things so we can get some people in here before I start talking a little bit more. Got this freaking song stuck in my head. Alright, so I'm gonna wait until there's some people that come in here. Just thinking. But basically, I'm gonna go over how I produced and mixed Satan's Skin. Very interesting time. Hi, Echo. What is up? So Satan's Skin dropped on the 21st, I believe. And it is a Halloween project that I decided I wanted to do. I love doing kind of spooky themed music, and I love Halloween, so of course I wanted to, do this kind of style. Um, I also really wanted somebody to feature on the track, and I didn't know who it was gonna be until I got further into the production, because it all kind of just set the vibe. It really, really set the vibe. So whether there's people in here or not, I am gonna go over this. That way, people can look back at it when they do have time, because it's kind of like a random thing. Yes, I love Halloween. I love, love, love Halloween. It's just a great time. Great vibes. Everybody's vibing. So hopefully this is pulled up enough to where you guys can see it. Let me see, maybe. Probably best if you watch this on a desktop, but I know not everybody has one, so hopefully this is a good enough view. Here, I think that's good right there. So, this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna basically talk to myself here and echo, because echo is amazing. Okay, so I use a DAW called Mixcraft. I personally don't want to. use Mixcraft, but I know, I'm hoping people will come later. I know everybody's got their own things. Plus, I feel like some other live streams maybe interfere with this. I usually don't stream on Monday, but I was like, I really want to go over my song, so here we are. So basically, yeah, I use Mixcraft. I don't want to use Mixcraft. A lot of people ask me what DAW I use. It's Mixcraft, but I really don't recommend using this, and I'm sorry if Mixcraft wants to sponsor me one day. I have just had a lot of problems with the software, and it's not a good time. So anyways, I mean, I feel like it's a good starter DAW. I will say that. but as far as more advanced things, I feel as though it's not good enough. I find myself trying to produce music for like little films or like little videos, and it's very hard to work with the video portion on this program because it doesn't load properly and it's just weird. So yeah. But we're gonna vibe, and maybe I should put like a more interesting thumbnail. Let me see. What's an interesting thumbnail? I don't know. I should probably just get on without you getting distracted. Okay, so basically I found a whole bunch of new plugins and it's helped me a lot. We should start out with this one. I think we'll just go in a row. So as you can hear, that is the signature melody to Cakewalk is the DAW I use to make music. I've never heard of Cakewalk. I'm trying to save up for a Mac right now because I really do want to use Logic, but it's $1 million for a Mac. So that's the one I'm trying to save up for right now. It's just really, really good for industry stuff, and I'm just I've wanted it for years, and I've just been saving up my money. So this is the signature melody you hear in Satan's Skin. Now, let's go here. Kind of a bass sound. Oh my gosh, I literally can't speak. Kind of a bass sound, but right here I used this plugin called Vital, and it has a bunch of different options. There's so many cool things you can look at, and honestly, it just created that signature bass sound. But I also mixed it with, so that's the beginning there. So I mixed it, oh my gosh, I literally cannot. So I kind of mixed it with that bass to create this kind of so it kind of creates that really eerie effect. I really, really wanted to go for the Halloween, you know, kind of just really, really makes you just feel so kind of spooky a little bit, you know? Like I think I definitely accomplished that. But I'm trying to remember the instrument I started with. So anyway, so I used Vital to create this, and I don't know if you can see, you cannot. So this is the MIDI that I created down below, right here. But the first one that I used is Triple Cheese. Now, sounds silly, right? But it's a plugin I found, and it's so crazy. Here, let me see something real quick. Let me show you a little bit of Triple Cheese. This is a free plugin that you can use. Again, it's called Triple Cheese. Actually, I'm not going to do that because I guess I could do that. Okay. Let's go here. It really is interesting how you can tell a story with just a melody. Like, it really kind of makes you kind of feel like you're in, you know, this is the type of song that's going to be playing in the background of hell. Like, so there's a bunch of different things, different sounds. bunch of different kind of sounds you can create, and that's what I use to, again, create this sound. Hi, Mr. B Create. What is up? What is up? So yeah, that's the plugin I use to create that kind of weird sound. Also, I have linked the song down in the description if you have not heard it yet. So I am going through this walkthrough. Just give you a little bit of breakdown. Have you used Fruity Loops? I have. I could see how it's very intuitive. It does seem, I know a lot of people use FL, but I don't know. I really just want I really want Logic. It's so easy, and I've worked with a lot of programs like Logic. When I was in school, I worked with GarageBand, and it's such a beginner studio, I know, but GarageBand kind of is like the practice run of Logic. And I really liked GarageBand, so I'm just really looking forward to whenever I do get a Mac so I can get a Logic, because shit's slapping. So yeah, so then we have the bass, and then we have this piano delay that I wanted to put in there. I almost took it out, but I decided last second not to. And to see, Mr. B likes Logic. Mr. B likes Logic. So then we got Decent Sampler right here. It is another free plugin that I got. All the plugins mostly that I'm going to show you are free. And if you are a producer, whether you're starting out or not, I do highly suggest these plugins if you're on a budget. They have helped me create such amazing sounds. So yeah. So Echo, yeah, you know. It's like we all, as producers and shit like that, we all have our little preference of what's working for us, what clicks with our brain and what doesn't, So yeah, so this is called Decent Sampler, and you can find this again for free. And inside of this plugin, there's a bunch of other plugins, and there's just so many, you guys. I literally can't explain. I cannot stress to you how bad you need to get this. So, one of my favorite ones from this plugin, though, this DAW sometimes will crash, if that tells you anything. So, one of my favorite ones, again, this is inside Decent Sampler. It's going to be Santa Monica Waves. That's the name of it. And I love it so much. It makes me feel kind of calm. Oh, not that one, sorry. It's Santa Monica Waves, but there's different presets. So let me go. Sorry, that probably scared the living daylights out of you. Hold on. Let me load this. I'm trying not to press this so hard because I don't want to scare you guys. Hold on. Now listen, if it's not so... Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I have these effects on there. I was like, it doesn't usually sound like that. Here we go. Has like the kind of bells and the waves. You can add more waves if you want. You can play around with the reverb. I love the sound of waves, and I think that's why I'm attracted to this plugin. Sorry. So, I mean, your appeal there, but there's a bunch of different things. There's also this thing called Chimera, and I really like the sound of that. And again, you can change the presets. Oh shit, you guys can't see the, Oh, you can't see the plugin when it pops up. That's dumb. That was a little bit dumb, love. Let me see. I'm hoping that I can pull this up here. It might not though. Yeah, I don't think it's going to. But and there's a lot of different meanings behind this song too. For mainly doing video and photo stuff. What's MIT Logic? So I really wish you could see these plugins as they pop up, but unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, so I don't think that part's gonna work. But they also have really cool interfaces. So if you're a person who likes the interface of a plugin where it makes it look better, hey, then download Decent Sampler. I'm telling you right now, shit slaps and you will not be disappointed, okay? So, oh, I started with Logic for fun doing, oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, you're gonna have a great time with this. I'm telling you, I really wish I had Logic, but here we are. We'll get it one day. We'll save in. We're gonna get there one day. Also inside of Decent Sampler, I use Decent Sampler and well, I use Decent Sampler most to make half of this project. So if that tells you anything, there's a choir preset that is built into it, and this is what I created. I know it doesn't sound like anything now, but then I paired it with this. Doesn't sound like anything now, does it? But so yeah, altogether it kind of sounds like this, kind of like satanic type sound. And the whole point behind this song was not to obviously bring light to Satan, because I feel like a lot of people are interpreting this song very wrong. But interpret it the way that you want it, because at the end of the day, I just created this piece of music and I'm really proud of it. And I know the meaning that I wanted it to have behind it, which is a lot of people in power are so comfortable being in such an evil skin. They're so comfortable with, starving people. They're so comfortable with poverty and just the way that things are. And I'm like, that's what I'm saying, like, you're so comfortable in Satan's skin, like that type of deal. So, but people can interpret it however they want. I also wrote it because I know somebody personally who I was like, wow, you're so comfortable being such a fucking bitch to people. Like, so again, you can interpret it in a lot of different ways, but that's what is also really amazing about this song. So this is the kick also. I had a really hard time with the kick. I honestly wish I could have side chained it better. But I am very new to side chaining, so I didn't have a lot of experience with that. But I do think that it sounds good besides that. My program is called Mixcraft. I've had it since 2013, so I've kind of just stuck with it ever since, and until I can invest in Logic. I've invested in a lot of things, so this is the big thing that I will be investing in soon. Okay, so as far as my vocals go, I think I went over. Oh yeah, this is another FX kind of deal. it's such a deep bass, and I think I did a really good job at keeping that deep bass in there. Now sound selection. So again, I always talk about this on my highly underrated live stream that I do on Thursdays, and I can show you it in the flesh. It's a very simple thing that everybody should know. So if you don't know this, you really need to start doing this. If you're mixing, it's going to really create a more full sound, whether you believe it or not, whether you think it's a good idea. It is a simple thing that everybody does in the industry, and if you're creating music, you really need to start doing it. It's very simple. You just have your main track, and then you have 2 separate recording tracks that you pan to the left and to the right. But when you do this, you have to make sure they're EQ'd properly, or it's just going to clash with the main vocal, and it's not going to sound as good. It's going to be very noticeable, and you don't want that. So now I can show you what I mean. So this is my main vocal.
It's cold and dark out there. I keep on waiting for the next one. You're cool, they're running high. Don't even give them a chance. Screaming.
So that is my main vocal right there. But I did 2 separate takes.
It's cold and dark out there. I keep on waiting for the next one.
And I kind of did them in a little bit of a lazy way, and you don't point that out when you're hearing it, but it really creates that layer of like this groaning like type vocal. So I did that twice.
It's cold and dark out there. I keep on waiting for the next one.
I EQ'd it, which again you can't see when my little window pops up, but I swear, I wish I could fucking show you the window. Let me see. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think this is gonna let you see my plugin when it pops up. Hopefully. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pull this up here. Just waiting to see if it's gonna pop up. Come on, come on. There we go. Yay, you can see it. Okay, back on track here. This is the way that I'm EQing my backing tracks now. I'm not a pro, okay, whatsoever. But this is the way that I create my sound for now, until I, not master this, but just learn more experience. But I do know that this is a way of mixing your backing tracks to where they don't clash with that main vocal. So basically when you're EQing, you just want to get rid of the deep tones in your voice for your backing tracks, because you want them to be kind of separate from your main vocal, if that makes sense. So I also have CLA, which I use for literally everything. Hi, Solutions. What's up? So, yeah. And let me show you just basically what it sounds like with the main vocal.
It's cold and dark out there. I keep on waiting for the next one. You're cool.
And usually I don't use that much reverb, but I know for this song, I really, really wanted it to still have that eerie effect. So I really need to have that kind of airy reverb in there. And let's see what this one is. So this is my pre-chorus.
Lock it down, save me, lock it down, lock it down, lock it down, lock it down.
So you can kind of see for my main vocal here, I have less of the low end cut out, but I still have the low end cut out. So yeah, I definitely do that. And I usually actually kind of cut just a tad bit more from the low end when I do my main vocals. But again, for this song specifically, I really, really wanted to still kind of have a little bit of my low tone in there because I do have a lower sounding voice and I didn't want to take away too much from that. So as you can see, this is that. And then if we go up here to my backing vocals, I have this. Now, honestly, I probably could have cut even a little bit more from my backing vocals. Just by a tad, but it sounds good the way that it is.
It's cold and dark out there. I keep on waiting for the next one. You're cool, they're running high. Don't even give them a chance. Lock it down, you save me. Lock it down, lock it down, lock it down, lock it down, save me.
And it's very interesting because I was going to rap on this song. And I changed my mind because I really wanted to do this feature. The perfect person for it is Baby Eros. Like, he's featured in the song, and I knew from the minute I created this track, that is who I wanted on this track. He does his screams just different, and I feel like this was his vibe. So I was like, I really, really want him on this track. I think he'll sound great. And of course, he killed it more than I even imagined. So yeah, my verse changed very drastically. I changed it. I think I changed it like 2 or 3 times, if I'm being honest with you. But I really wanted to have the drop. The hook is so important to the song, and I needed that bass to come in very hard. So we can hear. So let's go over the lead hook a little bit. Now, here.
You're a demon when you step outside.
I wanted to have that very kind of auto-tuney feel to it, but I did it, I think, in a perfect manner where it just like kind of wasn't that like crazy.
You're a demon when you step outside. Give the whole world trauma how you sleep at night. Turn the blue sky gray and bring the cold to light. So comfortable and staying scared. So comfortable and staying scared. So comfortable and staying scared. So comfortable and
So and I've never mixed metal screams before. I've never done that, obviously. Why would I have? So I will show you Baby Eros's verse, and then I'll walk you through a little bit of how I came at that.
I'll leave your body motionless before I lay you down to rest. You'll never see what's coming next. I got my hands around your neck. Give you a chance to catch your breath before it all ends up a mess. It's always up to you. I'm so fucked up, I think I've had enough. I'm filling up my trouble cup. But you feel overwhelmed, I'll bury you inside my hell. Getting locked up in my basement, shouldn't get out, but you thought you could make it 10 times.
Baby Eros. Again, you can check out the song below and you can find out how to spell his name as well, just in case you want to check him out. These cats, bro. So this is, he sent me a bunch of different stems and he didn't particularly name them. But it was fine. I figured it out. I was like, okay, that kind of sounds like a lead vocal, so I went with that. EQ'd it a little silly. I used CLA vocals, CLA effects, and I, of course, threw a de-esser on there. And then he sent me these other two. Oh, not that one. He sent me these other two. And they kind of sounded like backing tracks, so of course I EQ'd them, took the low end out and kept the high end. Took a little bit of the high end out too, because I was like, he had a little bit of a distortion on there when he sent them to me, and I was like, you know what, that's his vibe. Okay, I won't ask him to turn off the distortion, whatever. And honestly, I thought it wasn't gonna work, and it did. So that was amazing. And then I wanted a different kind of rise, but to go into this, because I had a rise in the second part of his verse, and I was like, I want something else that kind of leads into this. So I did this. So it's like, bitch, I'm gonna. So that was really fun. And then we got to his second verse. I was like, how am I gonna mix this? Because I have no idea. Oh my gosh. So again, I kind of assumed this was his lead vocal. It sounded the best.
I'm so fucked up, I think I've had enough. I'm filling up a double cup.
Compression really needed to work on there, of course, as you can imagine. Now that distortion you hear on there is his distortion. I did not put distortion on this. He did that. So then you take this down here. I have this really cool plugin called Brower Motion. I don't know exactly if that's how you pronounce it. But it is a really cool panning situation. There's a bunch of different options you can go with on there. That's what I chose for his low vocal, and then for his, what I assumed again were backing tracks. That one's kind of slow. And I really wanted the riser, and it just worked out so well, you guys. I was like, this is amazing. Okay, ready? For this. So I took his first part, okay? I'm sure you guys know how to use risers. It just worked so well. I feel like it really, really helped bring in the second part of his verse. And another thing that I really want to point out is, like, you can literally do anything you fucking want. Like, like, sometimes I feel we are feeling as though we're locked down if we have certain stems and everything, but I really wanted something else, and I'm like, I wanted something else for his first verse. It felt kind of boring, so I was like, you know, let me take a little bit of his second verse where he's kind of screaming, and I took a little part of his second verse where he's screaming, and I slowed it down by 400%, and I believe I reversed it as well. I added like a crap ton of reverb to it, and I got this. It kind of sounds like somebody yelling out in pain, you know what I mean? And this as well. And it just added another layer that really, really, I genuinely, you don't think about it too much. It really does help it. Just listen. And the other one will pan to the right. So honestly, I think I did a really, really good job for my first time mixing like kind of scream vocals. And he was really, really happy with it as well. So I'll take that as a win. I also cut where he said no escaping, and I put it in my pre-chorus. As well as this. Thrown in there again. Lyrics go, I really can't tell you how I came up with this. I mean, again, I was trying to write about, I didn't start out wanting to write about that, though. That's the thing. I created the beat first. I will tell you that much. I did create the beat first, and it kind of just flowed out of me. A lot of my writing is, it feels like more of somebody else writing. Like, it feels like somebody's possessing me, if that makes sense. I genuinely couldn't tell you where I go when I'm writing, because it's just, sometimes I just freestyle and then something will come out of me and I'm like, that's insane. Like, you're a demon when you step outside. Give the whole world trauma. How do you sleep at night? Turn the blue sky gray and bring the, what do I say? Turn the blue sky gray and bring the something to life. The cold to life. I was like, oh my god, I literally just had a strong right there. I literally could not remember. And bring the cold to life, so comfortable in sane skin. And I did have a battle because I know some of my family is religious, and I'm like, they're gonna be like, why are you writing about Satan? Like, are you already turning to the dark side? And I'm just like, if you aren't listening to the lyrics, that's not my problem. You know, like, it seems like a lot of people who look at things from a certain way like that, they're not listening to the lyrics. So again, at the end of the day, I know what the song is about, and people can interpret it from whatever way they want to interpret it. I wrote it from a very, very good perspective, and it's a great, great song. I'm really glad I could go through a little bit of the process with you guys, and I wish I could, again, go more in depth of how I created this from, like, just coming from like I knew I wanted, like, no, all I knew is I wanted this deep sounding sound, and whatever came out of me, it was something else. I swear. I really do highly suggest listening to this song, especially on Halloween. It's a great, great song. Again, you can find the streaming link down below. And you can check out me. Again, I mixed, mastered, and produced this on my own, and I wrote all of the lyrics besides Eros' part. So it's amazing. You see here in the flesh what I've created for you on Halloween. Make sure you add this to your Halloween playlist. I swear it's amazing for that. I mean, just listen to this.
Step outside, give the whole world trauma. How you sleep at night, turn the blue sky gray and bring the cold to life. So comfortable, staying scared. So comfortable, staying scared.
Again, it's a very great song, so I really do suggest highly to listen to it. And yeah, yeah, so again, just wanted to go over that quick with you guys, and hopefully if you're watching this back, you go ahead and listen to the song after you see how amazing I am at what I do. I'm just kidding. And yeah, stream it up, share it. It really does help me, and I appreciate you for taking the time to watch how I created this. Catch me on Instagram at Shayla Hamady. And subscribe. Bandy, you're late, bud. I'm literally just ending it. It's like you know when I'm ending it. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys. And I will catch you on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If I don't combust by then. Always, Bandy, always. Yeah, I will see you guys on Thursday. Stream Satan's Skin. A tongue twister.